Screw you! Yeah! Dante's dead.
Nice job.
Yeah, not quite. Ain't that easy, kid.
He just laughs.
You cooled off yet, kid? What's the matter? Why the glare?
You look as if you've just been playing me from the beginning.
That's because he has.
That sword was used to separate our world from the demons. I can't have something of that kind of power floating around now, can I? It's gotta stay in the family.
I need this.
Then keep it. Now that you're calm and cool, get going.
Did he just try to help us?
That's exactly what he did. He's like being all cool about it too. Yeah, that was dramatic.
Yeah.
Hey! What's your name?
Nero. You're Dante, right? Not a bad name.
Oh, not a bad name, huh?
Oh, now he's flirting.
Either is yours.
Dante, slip inside me.
I don't know. Oh.
What the?
Hi, Gloria.
She's like, no, slip inside me. I'm not wearing anything.
Be very easy.
Be careful of the knife, though.
Uh-huh.
Depending on which hole you decide to enter.
That legal look suits you.
I dress to impress.
Oh, hi,
What
Trish.
the hell?
Go.
Yeah, I figure he can bear the burden.
I know it's not my business, but this could get ugly.
Well, if the kid screws up, then I'll just have to kick his ass.
So, yeah. Glorious Trish.
What the what?
But hey, it actually kind of makes sense. If you remember correctly, at the end of Devil May Cry 1, she actually was using Sparta. So she gave them her weapon.
Oh, what a little sneak.
Yes. So, and technically, in the original design for Devil May Cry 2, which was going to be called Devil Never Cry, how they end Devil May Cry 1, Trish was supposed to be like a separate character, and she would wield Sparta as a scythe, kind of thing. So I like the fact that they continued on that whole thing, but Jiminy Christmas, the jiggle physics are strong with Trish in this game. So first of all, let's go ahead and save. And we're technically over 2 hours, but we're actually about to hit like a major major revelation here. So do we want to continue, or do we want to hold this off until next time?
I think that... Oh man, I want to see it, but let's keep going.
Yeah, because it would actually be a really great way to end this.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and go to the next mission. I think the next mission is just a boss fight, so we'll be okay. Yes, it is. So the Ninth Circle, prevent the birth of a god. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start up the mission.
That sounds like the last mission in Xenoblade Chronicles.
So I gotta ask you honestly, like, what is your thoughts on the PS3 model of Trish? Because like, remember her model from PS2 days? She's obviously gotten some upgrades.
Oh yeah, that's true.
She's very well endowed now. Now it kind of makes sense why she had such a voluptuous cleavage as Trish,
well, I mean,
as Gloria.
I mean, it does make a whole lot of sense. At the same time, I'm not thinking this from like a logical point of view. I'm thinking of it very much from a like technical video game point of view. So I mean, it's a possibility that her character design was always a woman who just had voluptuous.
Yeah, she was
boobs.
she was supposed to be kind of a busty gal, and
And then the limitations of the PS2 just wouldn't allow for it. So
Yeah.
PS3 made it so
plus
that.
we're also talking the era when like jiggle physics was a legit thing. Like it could actually be implemented better, and you started seeing a lot of other companies aside from Team Ninja starting to implement it. One of which being Capcom. Because they implemented not only in this one, but I love that people got so mad about this, but when the Resident Evil remake came out or the remake of the remake came out for PS4, they did actually add breast jiggle physics to Jill.
Oh, my land.
People got so offended. And I'm just like sitting there going, you can barely even notice that they're there because, again, Jill is not wearing like anything revealing. She's wearing cop gear. And so at that point, like, if you're really paying attention, then you can see the jiggle. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of natural. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
My favorite thing about jiggle physics is when there are certain video games where the developers have to like over embellish how much it jiggles.
Yes.
So there are times where just like even some of the most simple of movements and the boobs are just like flailing all over
Like
the
Dead or
place.
Alive, yeah.
And you're just like, holy crap, this is literally where I'm screaming, calm your tits.
Yeah, exactly.
Like literally calm your tits. They should not be moving in that unnatural direction.
Yeah, it's one of those things that actually kind of irritates me with Team Ninjas. Like they had to go that direction, and I get why they did it, but it's still frustrating. Proceeding alone is strictly prohibited. Oh, okay.
Rude.
Well, I want to kill this guy, and you're not letting me, so screw you. Oh, I can't even remember what we're supposed to do. This puts me at the elevator again, so maybe... Oh, do I need to go back down there? I probably do. That might answer my question. Yeah, I don't necessarily hate the Trish model, but it's going to get a lot worse because we're going to have other female characters that are going to... Even Kyrie, if you look at her to some extent, she's very hourglassy.
Oh, absolutely.
Even though she's like majorly covered up.
Well, she has to be the good religious girl.
The good calm choir girl, and yeah. I was about to go down, because we live in Utah. It could have gone down the typical Mormon stereotype. But no, I don't want to.
Oh, please. I knew tons of girls who were so unmodest.
Yes.
There was like this one girl when I was in junior high and high school, and her dad was the stake president. And
so she had major bishop's daughter syndrome.
Oh yeah, really, really bad. And she had the whole reputation. The school, like the reputation was in the school. The reputation was in the stake. Like her dad flat out knew what was going on too. And I just sat there and I was just like, and we're doing nothing about it.
Apparently not.
It was absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we can advance. Dang,
That was the thing I hated about high school, was the fact that I was Mormon. And the reason why I say that is because I was suppressing my sexual orientation due to the fact that I was growing up in the Mormon church at a time where being gay was a sin. And so I was trying to get rid of the gay. And so here I am being this straight-laced Molly Mormon. And all the guys and pretty much everybody who was in my youth program was just doing things that were not at all in accordance with.
Well, because the problem was like a lot of them were taking the approach of forbidden fruit kind of thing. Like you're being told not to do this and you want to rebel.
Yeah, but the thing that made it really, really difficult is that I got ridiculed for it. Like there are these idiot children would just ridicule me for being a good person, for wanting to follow the commandments and live the rules of the Mormon church to the best of my abilities. And then I mean, we all, for the most part, everybody, most of the boys, myself included, served missions. And I come back and I'm like, I'm gay, I'm gonna live my life, blah, 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 blah. And then And then here's all these other dudes who are not living the standards of the Mormon church in high school who had a change of heart on their missions, and now they're like, oh, you're a bad person. And it's like, oh, please, you're doing things 50 billion times worse than me in high school. Don't even begin to be hypocritical with me.
This is why in a lot of cases, like, because I am still LDS, or I am still Mormon, and I don't have a problem with it, but I basically changed my perspective. I didn't necessarily care about what society cared about me in that regard, and that's what I think a lot of the problems are, is that society apparently matters so much, and really it doesn't, because when you break things down, it's really just I'm not trying to get preachy here, people, but it's more of your personal relationship with God, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's how I treat it as such. Now,
yes,
that does give me kind of a bad rep within, just because I tend to approach things as such. I don't do things just because it makes me look better to the neighborhood. I do it because it's the right thing to do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's probably the better approach to it. And unfortunately, as kids, we would never have understood that at all. You know, I hate to be the guy there, but yeah, we all would have probably had that issue as kids. We didn't know any better.
Yeah.
So
I understand that.
That's the different approach that I tend to take with it.
So
I'm not
many
justifying
angels.
anybody's actions, because I really don't care. Like,
and I mean, and don't get me wrong, like, I really don't care either. It's just when people start getting hypocritical. And
I've actually had like my past bishops look at me and go, "Wow, you're like the only person in the ward who isn't trying to vie for my approval."
Lol.
Like, yeah, because I really don't care if you approve of me or not. I do crap that you might not approve of. I play them violent video games. That's the biggest irony of all of this, is like throughout my entire life is I've done everything that has been said that is evil. Not just religiously, societally. I've done the evil things, and yet I'm still okay. Aside from me occasionally wanting to plot to take over the world. But that's something that'll go away with time, right?
Okay, sure. you tell yourself that, Adam.
I only want to take over the world. That's not so bad, right? No. Taking over the world is too much busy work as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my gosh, that, like, I don't even know where to begin when it comes to, like, having, like, with...
That's actually my biggest problem, is like when people immediately start talking to me about things religiously, they immediately go off the end of like, oh, he's trying to preach to you. I really am not. I don't care what you do in your spare time.
I, like, you know,
I'm a Mormon who watches professional wrestling, people.
I mean, at this point in my life, whatever you believe religiously or spiritually,
yeah.
whatever it is that you believe in that helps you get up in the morning, and whatever it is that helps you be a good person, like, good for you. Believe it.
Yeah.
Incorporate it into your life. Be the best of that you can possibly be.
Wow, was it wrong of me that I immediately in my head went, believe it? Damn it. I've watched too much Naruto recently.
Such a bad catchphrase. Why? Why?
Okay, I'm sorry, Brinton. I tried to fix it, but...
No, it's fine. I actually, the funny thing is, I don't watch Naruto. I never watched the anime of Naruto, not because of the catchphrases, but because of the filler seasons and how badly that anime just completely abuses fillers.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to become like a very chronic sin of any shonen anime, is like you have to have tons of filler arc, and it's one of those things that, like, I applaud older versions like Yu Yu Hakusho that didn't follow that norm and actually didn't have much filler. And if there was filler, it was like 4 or 5 episodes roughly.
Well, the reason why I feel like there is so much filler is because there's these shonen manga that just grow in popularity so quickly, and then they offer these mangaka anime deals like way too soon in their career. I mean, I understand that it's been established that these manga aren't going to get canceled out of the magazines anytime soon, but then you run the risk of starting the anime way too early, where the manga really hasn't fully established itself, and then the anime just catches up way too quick to what's been published in the shonen magazines. So then pretty much animators and these companies have to create these filler seasons, allowing time for the mangaka to get more material drawn and published in the magazines. And so I feel like there needs to be this new standard created within the industry where they're not asking these mangaka to sign on an anime deal like 6 months into their career just because their story got super popular really, really fast.
Or immediately treating them like they're visionaries when it's like their first work. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm already starting to see that happening, like where like a lot of manga creators are being brought in with when it's their first work. It's not like their 10th, and they're getting legit like anime deals simply because there's an anime industry now, and we have to cater to it, and we have to keep on fueling it.
Yeah, and then
I just went full circle.
Yes, you did. Well, I mean, then you just run the risk of having filler. I mean, the 1 year of filler that they did for Naruto, it's understandable because the
manga was written at that point. So
no, like it was at the point where the first part ended and the mangaka was still drawing the time skip. And so pretty much they were like, "Okay, we're going to give you a year to establish the second part of Naruto." And then they were able, so once the filler season ended, then that's where Shippuden comes in, or time skip Naruto. And I think that's completely fine. But even in Naruto Shippuden, there was quite a bit of filler. And again, it's just because they caught up to the manga way too quick.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Boss fight. That's a big statue.
That's actually kind of a cool statue, though. I really like it.
Oh, hi, His Holiness.
I'll give you that one. It is quite beautiful. Okay, shut up, Nero. I'm not, like, just shut up.
Seriously, you're on, like, my last leg. You're about to go into timeout, Nero. Wait, what's with the jewel? Yeah.
Oh no, she's inside the statue. No wonder it's so beautiful. Did I just call the woman beautiful?
You did.
I mean,
that's not entirely out of the question.
No, it's not entirely out of the question.
You have sisters.
I can recognize female beauty. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm attracted to it.
Actually, I should clarify. You have at least one sister right now.
I have two sisters.
Okay, there you go. So you have sisters.
To manifest and create his core, a thing of utter and pure beauty.
Go blow yourself.
That's one thing to say to your holiness.
Oh, she's awake.
Not quite. She's kind of in like a trance state.
Oh, okay. She's like, oh, okay, bye.
You kind of notice this a little bit later too. It's like she's not entirely with it.
But although still incomplete, this is your chance to catch a glimpse of the true power of our savior.
Yeah, so this is called the Savior. And what I think they were trying to do was trying to go for like an angelic Sparta, which is interesting because we've technically never seen Sparta in the game series. So like they're taking their own liberties.
I'm guessing this guy.
Not even the anime show Sparta.
I'm guessing that this dude is kind of a pushover.
Like kind of, but it's kind of a multi-round thing if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So
I mean, you're effortlessly, like, taking him down.
Yes, I am beating the crap out of an old man. I should feel ashamed of myself, but I really don't, because we already know he's a demon. So, at that point, yay.
At that point, he's not an old man anymore.
So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
He's not even human.
It's so satisfying to kick the crap out of him, though.
Oh,
that's just because I know what happens later in the game, so it's very satisfying to kill him.
I love when there is a clear villain in a video game and you're like, oh, I know there's gonna be a boss fight with him, and then when that moment comes, you're just like, yes.
Okay, screw. Oh man, I'm past the halfway point. This is going well. Can I get another one? No, he's gonna get his shield back. Shields up, everybody.